Once upon a time, in the heart of southern Nigeria, amidst the whispers of lush forest, lies a village steeped in traditions and secrets. The village of Ekombi. Meet Akpan and Nkoyo, the lovebirds of Ekombi, whose love knows no bounds. Yet, the journey of their love together is fraught with unexpected challenges. After their marriage, Nkoyo struggled to conceive. As months turned into years, whispers of concern swirled around the couple, fueled by the expectation of Akpan's eager family members. Nkoyo also became the topic of village gossip. On one fateful day, while returning from the market, Nkoyo overheard two women gossiping her as she passed by. One of them said, "I feel sorry for Akpan. He will die without a child, just because he married this stone that he calls a wife." The other woman caught in sarcastically, saying, "Hey, hey, don't worry, hey, hey, by the time tortoise learn to run fast, she will conceive." Nkoyo was crushed by those words. When she got home, she cried uncontrollably. Then Akpan, holding her close to his heart, said, "Nkoyo, my love, have faith. Our journey may be difficult, but together we are strong. We will prove them wrong, my dear. Our love will conquer all." Through it all, Akpan remained steadfast by Nkoyo's side, his love for her shining bright like the morning sun over the village's thatched roof. But one fateful day, the gentle breeze of Ekombi carried with it the sweetest news of all. Nkoyo was with child. The air in Ekombi seemed to hum with anticipation. There was celebration. For 3 good nights, people ate and drank. Villagers rejoiced in the promise of a new life. Akpan's heart swelled with pride and joy. His love for Nkoyo blossoming anew at the prospect of fatherhood. To make sure that Nkoyo is well taken care of during her pregnancy, Akpan enlisted the help of his elder sister, Ekemini, who is the village midwife, to nurse her. At this point in time, when everyone was rejoicing in expectation of a new life, something happened that took away all those joy. One night, after conducting her routine checkup on Nkoyo, Ekemini came out of the hut with concern written all over her face. She immediately called Akpan aside and whispered to him, "There is big problem, and we have to act fast to save the situation." "What is the problem?" Akpan replied, trembling. "Your wife has 2 babies in her womb. She will deliver twins." With trembling hands and a heavy heart, Akpan received the news that would change their lives forever. a revelation that threatens to unravel their carefully constructed world. Akpan dropped down on his knees crying, "Why me? Why now?" Akpan was terrified because in the village, twins were seen as a curse, a harbinger of misfortune that could bring ruin upon the community. The law, etched in stone and whispered in hushed tones, decreed that any family blessed with twins would face a choice between death for their infants or exile for themselves. Eventually, Akpan managed to put himself together and asked Ekemini, You, you, you said we should do something about it quickly. So what do you have in mind? First, do not broach this news to your wife yet, Ekemini replied in a hushed tone. Determined to protect the twins, Akpan and his sister Ekemini devised a clever plan. Together, they orchestrated a ruse to convince the villagers that only one child was born instead of twins. When Nkoyo went into labor, Akpan and Ekemini ensured that only one baby's cry was heard, masking the presence of the second newborn. With careful timing and quick thinking, they successfully concealed the twins' existence, wrapping them in secrecy like the vines that twisted through the forest. When the twins were still infants, it was very easy to conceal their identity. But now that they have become grown men, would it still be possible to keep that secret? Well, Akpan, Nkoyo, and Ekemini implemented a very clever strategy to further conceal the identity of the twins. Banking on the fact that the twins were extraordinarily identical, they never allowed the two boys to go out of the house together. Whenever one of the boys ventured outside their hidden home, they would ensure that he returned before the other twin emerged. In this way, the villagers of Ekombi only saw one child, whom they all know as Ime. As the twins grew up to become men, they nurtured a talent that would one day become their greatest weapon against the forces of darkness. That talent is dancing. They love to dance. Within the confines of the secret sanctuary built to conceal them away from the prying eyes of the neighbors, they would dance and dance and dance. As they grew older, they began to engage in competitions with great dancers in the village and in neighboring villages. But none of these dancers, no other person except Akpan, Nkoyo, and Ekemini ever knew that these dancers were competing against two different persons who switched. And so, the twins became masters of deception, seamlessly alternating between their roles as Ime, the lone child known to the villagers, Each time one twin ventured out, he would meticulously detail his adventure to the other, ensuring a seamless transition when it was time for the second twin to emerge. Unknown to everyone, a dark storm was brewing. A darkness from out of this world was about to engulf the village of Ekombi. With the sudden demise of their beloved king, whose reign was abruptly ended by the ruthless claw of the monster, Ekombi was pitched into darkness. With the king gone, the monster's grip tightened around Ekombi, its oppressive presence casting a shadow of fear and despair over the villagers. The monster's reign of terror knew no bounds, as it imposed cruel and unjust laws upon the villagers, leaving them powerless and unafraid. It demanded exorbitant taxes, leaving families struggling to survive, while those who dared to speak out against its tyranny faced swift and merciless sudden death. The once vibrant village square now stood empty and desolate, its inhabitants cowering in fear of the monster's wrath. Desperate for reprieve, the villagers gathered in the village square, their faces urged with worry and fear as they prepared to confront the menacing presence of the monster. A brave delegation stepped forward, led by the village elder, Oga Ekpo, his voice quivering with determination as he addressed the monstrous being. "O monster, you are the ruler of all things in Ekombi. We give you all glory and honor. Peace be unto you. Please, O monster, we beseech you that you leave us alone to rule ourselves. We promise to do whatever you ask us to do, just for you to return to where you came from." The monster, towering over the villagers, with his sinister grin, chuckled darkly at their pleas.
"You say you'll do anything? Very well. If anyone in this pitiful village can defeat me in a dancing competition, I will depart and trouble you no more. But if the dancer cannot beat me, he will die."
The villagers exchanged glances, surprised at the monster's reply. "If it is just a dance competition, no problem. We have so many dancers in this village who will defeat this monster," the villagers murmured under their breath. But despite the villagers' efforts, none could match the monster's dancing skill, and hope waned with each failed attempt. The village square became a stage of despair, as one by one, dancers from the village stepped forward to face the monstrous being in a desperate bid to save their home. In a chilling display of power, the monster effortlessly matched each move with its own mesmerizing dance. Its movement fluid and hypnotic, The villagers watched in awe and horror as the competition unfolded, their hearts sinking with each passing hour. As the night wore on and exhaustion began to take its toll on the brave dancer, the true extent of the monster's stamina became apparent. While the dancer grew weary and faltered, the monster danced on without pause, its relentless energy a testament to its otherworldly strength. And then, in a moment of heartbreaking defeat, the dancer, his body weary and his spirit broken, stumbled and fell to the ground. With a shilling laugh, ha 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 ha, the monster seized him by the head and with a swift, merciless motion broke his neck, leaving the villagers to mourn yet another lost soul. This gruesome scene repeated itself over and over again for several days as each dancer, no matter how skilled, met the same tragic fate at the hands of the relentless monster. With the fate of Ekombi hanging in the balance, the twins, Ime and Etuk, fueled by determination and a fierce love for their village, they devised a daring plan to confront the monster and end its reign of terror once and for all. Choosing a clearing near the forest to be the venue of the dancing competition, the twins decided to face the demon in a dance competition. They devised a secret plan that they would use to outwit the monster. Ime, with fire in his eyes, stepped forward, his voice ringing out with a challenge. "Monster!" he declared boldly. "If you truly believe you are the superior dancer, then allow me to choose the venue of our dance competition." The monster, amused by the young man's audacity, chuckled darkly.
Very well, little one,
It replied, its voice dripping with malice.
choose your battleground, and let us see what you are truly made of.
Ime smirked, his confidence unwavering as he led the monster and all the villagers to the choosing clearing. The clearing was bathed in the soft glow of the setting sun, its grassy floor illuminated by golden rays filtering through the trees. At the far corner of the clearing, towering over the landscape, stood a colossal ant hill, its intricate tunnels winding deep into the earth. As the dance competition commenced, Ime and the monster moved with breathtaking agility, their movement a mesmerizing blow of motion. Yet, as the hours passed, fatigue began to take its toll on the both parties. Sensing an opportunity, Ime darted towards the ant hill, his heart pounding with anticipation. With a swift, practiced motion, Ime disappeared behind the ant hill, seamlessly swapping places with his brother Etuk, who emerged from the shadows to continue the dance. The swish went unnoticed by the monsters and all the villagers because their attention was focused solely on the relentless rhythm of the dance. But Akpan, Nkoyo, and Ekombi, who were among the crowds watching in intense anticipation, were aware of the plan. For hours on end, the twins danced with unwavering determination, their unity and resolve overpowering the monster's oppressive presence. As the sun dipped down below the horizon, casting long shadows over the clearing, the monster's movement faltered, its strength waning with each passing moment. Finally, with a final burst of energy, Etuk jumped out from behind the ant hill. He and Ime started dancing in perfect harmony, their movement imbued with a sense of triumph and defiance. And then, with a shuddering gasp, the monster collapsed to the ground, its hold on Ekombi shattered at last. The villagers erupted in cheers and applause, their hearts filled with gratitude and awe for the bravery of the twins. With the defeat of the monster, a new era dawned upon Ekombi, one filled with hope, freedom, and the promise of a brighter future. With the twin secrets now revealed, Ekombi embraced a new era of acceptance and unity. The law against twins was abolished, and the village flourished once more, echoing with joyful sounds of music and laughter. And so, in the village of Ekombi, hope triumphed over fears, and the bonds of brotherhood proved stronger than any darkness that dared to threaten their home. Their story reminds us of the enduring power of love, courage, and unity. Just as Akpan and Nkoyo's unwavering devotion to each other guided them through their trials, so too can our love for those closest to us serve as a source of strength in times of adversity. The twins, Ime and Etuk, teach us the importance of staying true to ourselves, even when faced with societal pressures and prejudice. Their refusal to conform to the expectations placed upon them encourage us to embrace our own identities and authenticity, regardless of the obstacle we may encounter. And let us not forget Ekemini, our hero, whose selfless act of guidance and protection demonstrate the profound impact that kindness and compassion can have upon those around us. Her example reminds us of the importance of extending a helping hand to others, especially in their times of need. As we bid farewell to the village of Ekombi and its brave inhabitants, let their stories serve as a beacon of hope and inspiration in our lives. May we draw upon the lessons of love, courage, unity they have imparted to us, and may we strive to create a world where kindness and acceptance and understanding prevail. I hope you like this story. If so, please like, share, comment on this story, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so that you'll be among the first to receive notifications of our inspiring stories. Until next time, goodbye.